And we're back for Game 3 on the 22nd of March and Fantasy Flight, following Chase.
Yeah, 1-1 so far as they flip a key to see who will go first. Chase playing the same deck we saw last time, this time with 6 chains after that 3-1 showing. And with a first round loss, hoping to go 3-1 again. 1-1 to this point so far.
And we've got his opponent, it's Jeremy. He's a regular up at Fantasy Flight. He also does, I believe, some sort of streaming or Twitch streaming of some sort. Maybe Chase, when he puts this up, will put a link down in the description for us.
Yeah, Jeremy streaming on Twitch and on YouTube under the name Moonpost. If you want to get a different perspective on this game or another view of this whole event, you can follow him through the event. And I have not had an opportunity to see this game yet, but I've heard that it was a very exciting one. Jeremy's starting off strong with his disc creatures, with a Dominator Bauble, a Terror that will trigger, as well as an Eater of the Dead, a way to pull some of those really frustrating things out of Chase's discard pile. Although we know that Chase not one to cycle his deck, and once something hits the discard, it's likely gone forever. And with the Banner of Battle on first turn, that's a 3-power Snib and a 9-power Troll.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that banner battle, it doesn't seem much when it's just a straight 1 across the board, additional, but it definitely helps out a lot in this deck, and you can tell.
You can, and in a deck that is so adept at filling the board with creatures, that Banner of Battle getting additional value for each creature on the board simultaneously. And here comes Shadows, lights out to bounce the creatures, a Shadow Self to protect that Eater of the Dead. He'll play a Ghostly Hand, just for the 2, jumping quickly to 5 Amber. And with that well-protected Eater of the Dead, we may see that thing grow if Chase can get some cards into his discard pile. And the Shoulder Armor onto the Protectrix again seems to be one of his favorite moves.
Yeah, I mean, with those 2 creatures out there, the Sequus and the Protectrix, it's kind of a toss-up on which one you want to put that on.
Absolutely. Sequus a bit of a target himself, not one that is likely to fight. However, as a creature that may capture some Amber, maybe not a bad idea to put the extra protection of 2 power, 2 armor. But Chase saying, no, I'll take the 5 power, 6 with Banner of Battle, pump that up to 8, and give myself a monster that can really do some damage with that Protectrix.
And, keeping that Protectrix around so that he can possibly fully heal his own creatures on a regular basis.
Yeah, or even himself. Or herself, I suppose. Jeremy calling Untamed and that Hunting Witch right next to the Shadow Self, making it difficult to manage. And here come the creatures. One from the Halakor. We see him holding what looks to be another Lost in the Woods. And bounces.
Definitely the Terror, because you may end up getting an opportunity to use it again.
And he'll take the Eater of the Dead as well, despite it being positioned advantageously next to that Shadow Self. He'll allow it to bounce. And perhaps an indication there he's not looking to play Dis on his next turn. But trying to get to 7 as we saw that key charge in his hand.
Well,
He's had an opportunity to look at Chase's card or deck list.
Yep.
And he'll forge for 7. And Jeremy off to a running start. And can Chase deal with this Hunting Witch as it's sitting next to that Shadow Self? As the Shadow Self absorbs the damage that would have destroyed that Hunting Witch. And cleverly using the undamaged Hunting Witch to put extra damage onto that Shadow Self, racking up a quick 6, but he did not kill the Hunting Witch. Can Jeremy punish that?
Oh, looks like he's definitely got a couple more creatures in hand. I
We
saw
see a Nerve Blast, we see
Witch
an
of the
Ancient
Eye.
Bear, as well as a Witch of the Eye. Whatever he does this turn, I'd like to see him take advantage of that Hunting Witch being alive by putting creatures on the board. As that Shadow Self and then that Hunting Witch are likely to be taken care of in short order. Choosing Untamed again. And a quick 4 Amber on that turn, and posing more questions to Chase. Now you need to kill this Hunting Witch. Now you also need to kill this Witch of the Eye. And keeping him on House Brabner.
And as I said, he's got to get rid of that Shadow Self before he can do either. And tell you, that Ancient Bear on the end there with the Hellcore giving it skirmish can get really
Ooh.
nasty.
Alright, you are 7 damage for free. Using the War Drummer to take out the Shadow Self. And allowing the Snib to trade with the Witch of the Eye.
Yep. Banner Battle, I'll tell you, Banner Battle is that one thing that most players just kind of keep forgetting is there.
Yeah. And Hebe now kills the Witch.
Yep.
And the Troll with the opportunity to take out the Bear. And gaining no Amber, but taking out 3 very dangerous creatures on the other side.
And but dropping Jeremy down 3 Amber in a turn is definitely devastating.
Significant, yeah. As he undoes all of the progress Jeremy made in his last turn. While building a fearsome board of his own. Or using, I suppose.
And when you see his Brobnar out there, it gets a little worrisome.
And a Speed Sigil.
Oh, Chase is loving it. He wants to see a Speed Sigil on a regular basis.
With those 2 Moon Cursors, an opportunity to play them to destroy a creature while stealing an Amber. A very strong card with a Speed Sigil in play.
I mean, he's got so many things that can hurt you just by coming in ready. He's got the Sequus that can capture right away, getting you off that key. There's just so much.
And Troll, of course, with 9 power, is not going to be taken out. And Jeremy's someone who will never take a playback. Having missed that would not allow himself to change his mind after that damage had been.
Yeah, and you know, after all the time that I've played at Fantasy Flight, and all the times he comes out, I don't think we've ever matched up against each other. Yet I'll get matched up against Chase every other day.
Yeah, every time the camera's on. And then that Nerve Blast to steal Chase last Amber. Hidden Stash to archive. Crawling through that Monstrous Shadows play, just back to 5 Amber, playing the Speed Sigil and not using it.
Yeah, you know, the decks I have Speed Sigil in, it's got to be really profitable for me to play it out.
And not just profitable, but immediately profitable.
Exactly.
And finally able to get out of House Brabnar. Finally, Jeremy not presenting him with a check situation. And Chase able to unload some other cards out of his hand. And an effective turn with Sanctum that turn.
I'd say so. Capturing 3, gaining 2.
And moving 3 cards. And armored creatures as well, which are going to be slightly harder for Jeremy to deal with, despite that Speed Sigil hanging around. Down comes the Dust Imp.
I say Dust Imp should be.
Oh, and as Jeremy takes the play back, uncharacteristically.
I was say eat your words right away.
And then the Dust Imp, and the Dust Imp as well.
Snudge ready.
As he's forgotten his own Speed Sigil.
Yep.
Because they're all exhausted.
Yep.
And unable to profit from that Dominator bauble.
So it looks like he's sitting at 5 again.
Yeah, we see that Sequus back in the hand alongside Claim and in terms of retrace. Chase able to go back into Sanctum to capture quite a bit.
As I say, capture almost everything at this point. You can capture 4 just from his hand.
And looking to move cards quickly, find that bait and switch as quickly as possible, because when those Dust Imps trigger, and Hebe the Huge, the Secret Knight.
I wonder how many times he's missed that.
Yeah, two knights not in House Sanctum. Hebe the Huge and the Terror. As he has captured all of Jeremy's Amber in that turn, all 5, while also gaining 2 of his own.
And what's nice is it's all spread out. That way, you have to exhaust quite a bit to try to get some of that back.
Indeed, and those Dust Imps are not going to get the job done. And with a Sequus on the board, converting them for Amber is less appealing knowing that it could be captured so easily.
Crazy plans? Oh.
A third Dust Imp. As Jeremy's forgotten the banner battle again. And trading in all 3 Dust Imps for 6 Amber, capturing the 3 amber back, going quickly to 9, and saying to Chase, "Where's that bait and switch?" Oh, to 8.
8. Yep, he
My
only had
mistake.
2. Yeah, he only had 2 on that rating night.
Right, you are.
I mean, this is one of those things where it's like it helps to remember this game is a race. Yeah. Like, 'cause I had other cards I could play, but then it's like 6 free amber. Like, I should take that, you know? Even though I can't really draw any more cards, just because.
There you go.
And
Jeremy's
a little table talk and gamesmanship from Jeremy here, because we know that he's holding that show to Hazri, and with 7 amber, he'll be able to forge, even if Chase is able to mitigate some of what he's holding. He's able to drop him to 5, for instance. He may still be able to cheat a key out quickly.
Yeah. So like that was. Oh, that was a really good move. All right. Sanctum. Rating night to capture 1. Reap with rating. Reap with sequence to capture another one.
Taking
him
him
at
to
6.
6. Can he take the last one? He cannot. And an opportunity to play Chota Hazri now for free.
Let's see, he's got that mimicry in hand.
And a fistful of shadows. And Chase, of course, has not played his bait and switch either, as that mimicry could be devastating.
Okay. I'm gonna call.
Now, what else is that? Is that a Snufflegator I see?
A Snufflegator, Chota Hazri. I've seen a Dodger as well as a Secret Needle.
Yeah, there's 2 Secret Needles, a Dodger, Chota. There we go. It's almost like he's used to playing on camera or something, showing us his hand.
Dodger, unable to trigger, will be forced to simply reap.
Fight, steal 1, I have to survive the fight. Yes, to be able to steal 1, so I'm just gonna read. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything out there is gonna kill him outright.
As the banner of battle is taking this game over once again. And Chase with his first key. And a commanding board position as well.
I was gonna say I don't think Chase is down and out yet.
No, I don't think so either. He's looking at that ghostly hand, knowing he may not have another opportunity for it to trigger. But does he have another Shatters creature to take advantage?
Now would be a great time to have one of those moon cursors in hand. Kill out your Dodger. Not being able to steal, but...
And of course could discard that Key of Darkness finally.
If only he can get himself pumped up to 8 real quick. Steal that last one.
And there's the ghostly hand, stealing the one. And Silvertooth not profiting from the speed sigil in any way. Gaining 1. And Silvertooth to trade with Dodger. And he gets rid of his Key of Darkness. Clearing the board once again. And with 2 Sanctum and 2 Bravnar creatures on board. In a position to take a few amber each turn. Especially having moved some of the Shadows cards from his hand. And we see that Moon Cursor falling into Jeremy. now. But he will choose to go with Dis.
And Shackles. I will reap with Charette, Shackles, that's
And Chase
so
acting pained, but we know that he's holding the answers that he wants.
Bumpsy into Shackles.
And choosing to play Brabnar here. And allowing that Charette to hold his 3 amber for him for the time being.
And stunning him, taking him out a little bit.
And saying that he's going to kill him. As he uses
Yep.
Smash to fight Charette. Rather than simply to reap.
Okay, so you're fighting, you're taking them out. Yep. So those are yours, right? Yeah. Are yours? Yep. Okay, just checking.
And of course they have the same amber counters.
And I was playing with Chase a couple weeks ago, and his little container was a little over full, and he's like, I don't know how I got extra in here.
Yeah, but I can guess.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's a lot of people who have that amber, so.
Yep. And using anger to reap once again. And threatening his second key.
Definitely a little bit of a comeback.
Comeback situation. And Jeremy has not been able to build any sort of board. We see that moon cursor sitting in his hand. Will it be enough? Can remove a troublesome creature. Like that Hebe perhaps. But
Yep.
he will go with Untamed. In comes the Snufflegator. And the Chotahazri. Destroying his own amber in the process.
Yep.
Nocturnal maneuver. Sure. Exhaust up to 3 creatures. So.
And we'll see what he chooses to exhaust. And evaluating them on a case-by-case basis here, thinking which are the most threatening creatures. Alternatively, you might think, how could I deny Chase the opportunity to have an effective turn on his next turn?
Yep.
So, by taking out 2 Brabnar and 1 Sanctum creature, he's leaving only 2 functional cards on the table, those being the Raiding Knight and the Smash, who are of different houses.
I'm saying now
He's
we're
looking at the Relentless Whispers. He's looking at the Ghostly Hand. He's looking at the Terms of Redress. He wants ways to mitigate Amber.
I'd say Terms would probably be a pretty good option here.
Use it as a copy of Terms of Redress to capture 2 amber.
Yep. Pulls him off a key.
Putting them onto the Snufflegator. That will be back before you know it. And gaining the 1 Amber as well.
Now, his Snufflegator came in ready and didn't use it. It's unfortunate.
Indeed, missing his own speed sigil several times. And Chase not one to remind him of that.
Well, and he had it ready. He knew it came in ready. He just didn't use it.
Indeed.
Guess he could have taken
a
out
powerful creature with Skirmish, the opportunity to kill Smash. Get no, he's not holding any Amber. Possibly to take out Bumpsy to gain some Amber.
Yep, or at least throw some damage down on Hebe.
And the Smash and the Snufflegator trade. A situation that Jeremy could have produced on his previous turn, taking advantage of the Skirmish effect. Had he not missed his ready creature. And right back to 8, knowing that Jeremy struggled quite a bit to manage that check situation in the previous game, or the previous round. He's looking through his hand. We see the Moon Cursor, we see the Murmook. There's no way to get them both on the board.
And I think I saw, is that a routine job in there? What is that? The end card.
That may be too much to protect.
Ah.
No?
New fairy comes in ready. Remove keys cost +1. I will reap for 2. I will reap for a third. And that's all I can do.
That's all I can do. He passes the turn there.
Costs 7.
And allowing the key through, but charging the premium, the extra cost, and moving himself, as he said before, into an advantageous racing position.
Now we're sitting with both players have 2 keys. Chase sitting at 2 amber.
I think he's got 1 over there.
1.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
that would be
Jeremy
it.
with 3.
And with 3, so we are still very much a close game here. It's going to come down to the end.
And we've not seen those moon cursors from Chase. Next, an opportunity to remove some threats.
There we go. We've got an oubliette. That's a good one to get rid of. That's purged.
He's purged.
Out. Alright. We are going to play Moon Cursor. Comes into play ready. I got another one. And Moon Cursor is going to go kill Mermook.
And smartly attacking the Mermook, not allowing Jeremy to
Stealing 1.
cycle the Chota Hazri, about to redraw. Saying the only place that guy doesn't hurt on the table.
That's right. And especially looks like Jeremy's deck's getting a little low, so he's going to be shuffling shortly.
Knowing that he's in a commanding position, but the only way he loses this is through one of Jeremy's 2 methods of cheating a key. And saying, I can deny you at least one of those, knowing that the key charge, of course, is still in the discard pile.
I am going to call this.
I hear my own voice in the background commenting on the double film setup.
Oh, there we go. 5 minutes left in the round, so we're cutting this one close to the end.
Very close.
Yeah, his board's pretty nasty. What do you take out?
I think you take out the Moon Cursor, and then I think you use your live Eater of the Dead to trigger. Oh no, you can use your Yep, and then you can use your Dominator Bauble to use your Chota to take out the other one. But he'll use it just to reap. That's one that can be stolen back very quickly. And he'll purge a creature from the discard. As he looks at these, Bumpsies and Grenade Snibs are going to be great targets here.
Well, you know, at this point, like I said, we got 5 minutes left. Chase has still got, what, probably 7, 8 cards?
Yeah.
Left in his draw. It's
both of these decks moving very slowly. We have seen some cards shuffled back.
Yep.
Purging the Raiding Knight, interestingly. And perhaps forgetting to put the power counter on his Eater of the Dead. And fair game. Do you have any Sanctum cards, Chase? He reveals the Bait and Switch.
Oh, look at
and
that.
4 Sanctum cards, as well as a Grenade Snib. Jeremy leaping. The Lash of Broken Gears.
Great to see.
Chase getting nothing. So nothing, right? And 9. Chase needing to take away 4 in this turn. And he feels confident that he can make that happen.
Well, we did just see him pull out a bait and switch. As I say,
And
he
there's the
showed the
bait and
bait and switch.
As they both go to 6, and that moon cursor that was not destroyed. The use of the Dominator Bauble. We'll move that Chota Hazri into the discard pile. Or perhaps taking out the Eater of the Dead.
I would say Eater of the Dead would probably be my choice.
Yeah, and leave Chota on the board. Don't allow him to be targeted by a regrowth.
A regrowth. Oh, this isn't. I was gonna say yeah.
And with 7, will Jeremy have the opportunity to cheat a key?
Hey, there you are. I heard you.
Here I am. Seeing just the exciting part of the game. Letting them know with the loser moving to 2, they'll be moving to the proverbial kids table. Unable to find his key charge.
Well, he's got
Holding
a Dodger.
the Lost in the Woods.
He's got a Dodger.
But he has no way.
Steal 1.
Chase thinks that he can keep him off the key. He thinks he knows something. I don't see how. I see a Dodger that could cut him to 6. Thinking hard. But whatever is in there, he's not seeing it.
I've been in this situation multiple times, trying to figure out how to get yourself out of it.
Looking for something that's not there.
Yeah, thinking. Sometimes I'll miss the opportunity right in front of my face. I did last week. You guys will see that on the next recording.
Oh no.
Well,
I look forward to that.
I didn't miss it. I almost missed it. And it was right there in front of my face.
Hmm. Jeremy calling shadows. Thinking carefully about his placement. Seeing that he needs to play Dodger as well as Moon Cursor, and he needs to use both of them. Something that simply cannot be done.
I don't think it can be here.
And holding as he is Lost in the Woods, he is 1 key charge, 1 Chota Hazri away from winning this game. That fair game right back.
I think I gotta call shadows, and I think it's gotta go this way. I think I gotta play Moon Cursor. Okay.
And in comes the Moon Cursor, entering ready.
Fight Moon Cursor? Does that work? Yep. So I can steal 1 away from you, right? Steal 1 away from me, you kill Moon Cursor.
Don't forget your Amber there, Jeremy. Moving to 6, as they are now both at 6. In comes Dodger. And so in the fence.
The fence, that was the card I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yep.
I don't think I can stop you.
That's...
And all of this to discover he cannot take away 2 Amber on this turn. And Chase will forge. And then we'll win. Jeremy in disbelief.
So close. It's within grasp. He just can't figure it out. I mean, it's because I don't think it's possible.
You deal I'll do two to Bumpsy.
Perhaps playing for the tiebreaker limit, but with time expiring on his turn, Chase will have a turn. He will forge a key.
You can kill your Moon Cursor with your Seeker Needle to get another Amber, but that doesn't.
It doesn't keep you from forging. So I think that's it. I can't hold you. Wow, nicely done.
And there it is.
And he extends the hand
He just won.
and scoops him up as we hear Caitlin coming over to make sure the game is over.
All right, so there we go. So Chase takes down another one. So that puts him at
All right.
2-1.
2-1, an opportunity to make that 3-1 run once again. We'll move into the last round, the final round.
Yeah, stay tuned and see if we can do it.